So you tell me you want to be rich? Oh, for real? You want to be able to level up, get to where you want to go to. You want to be able to be financially free. You want to get your family right. You want to take care of yourself. Hey, that's the plan. That's just crazy though, because I got the video for you guys. Hey, stick around for this video, because this is what you guys need, for sure. Let's lock in. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Abdullah Hassan, and today I'm back here with another video. Got a crazy video for you guys. So today in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why this is gonna be the last chance you guys will ever have in order to get rich, right? Now, let's go ahead and hop into this right now. Now, before I go ahead and start this video, one thing I really wanted to talk about, right, is that the first thing we look at whenever we look at affluence, abundance, whatever it is, right? There was this like Dubai billionaire or whatever. He was basically saying that a lot of people, we look at the micro and not the macro, right? So I used to always ask myself, like, how come every time like I'm doing well or I'm doing a certain routine and I'm able to go ahead and get it done and all that, right? And it just takes one instance, one trigger, one argument, whatever it may be, for me to kind of like fall off of that, right? Now at that point, right, I was always thinking about this, like, man, I didn't do all this just to be able to get back to square one, just to let somebody else get to me. When I was younger, right, I try not to let people kind of get to me as far as their worries, whatever it may be. But sometimes, hey, it hurts, I ain't gonna lie, like, so, but you have to get over it, right? And so I was always wondering why that was, why I always fall off. And a lot of times I was always thinking about the micro, right? And that's when I started like looking at a different perspective per se, right? I always kind of looked at it like, all right, cool, this is what's happening right now. If I keep going and forward as far as trying to engage with this person or trying to go ahead and like argue or whatever like that, I don't want to go ahead and feed my energy into negativity, right? I don't want to have any negative energy or any ill intent against anybody, because at the end of the day, I'm really big on karma and I'm big on energy, right? Whatever you do, right, you're gonna go ahead and get that received right back. Like for example, right, somebody might kill somebody or whatever that may be, right? I know it's a little drastic, but just hear me out. So somebody might, you know, catch a murder or whatever it may be, and maybe the cops don't catch him or anything like that, but later on in life that does catch up to him, and somehow, some way, I mean, he ends up getting shot, whatever it may be. That's just, you know, I don't want to get too deep into that, but at the same time, I was always looking at it like, all right, cool, like, let's not look at the micro right now, because this is what's happening, right? But if I'm not able to push past this, if I'm not able to think myself at a higher level and kind of see myself from a bird's eye view, right? Put yourself out of your body, right? And be in third perspective. And once you realize that, I know a lot of people, like, we're so caught up in our day-to-day struggle, we're so caught up in paying bills. But if you just take the time to like sit back, reflect, and disconnect, you realize that everybody's going through this, man. And at the end of the day, like, don't take it personal. It's just a game. Like, you know, you have to look at like life and get into these millions and get into riches and all that and getting your family straight. It's just a game, and you have to be able to win the game to change the game. So always look at it from, instead of a micro, look at it from a macro scale. Look at it as far as 5 years from now, where do I want to be, right? And 5 years from now, will this even matter? Most likely not. And you're gonna be in life, right? You're always gonna be more, you know what I mean, regret the things you didn't do rather than things you did do, right? That's kind of a big thing I live by, right? I wanna be able to, you know what I'm saying, go to the man upstairs and be like, you know, when he reads me my book as far as all the things that I've done, I wanna be like, hey big guy, you missed a couple of things right there, you know? Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we have to be able to reflect to get it right. And so with that being said, right, nowadays with AI and all these different revolution, now with all this going on, right, AI, ChatGPT, all this stuff, right, it's really a big revolution, right? And let's get this clear, right, for all the people that really don't know AI, right, it's just artificial intelligence, right? All it does is just helps people streamline certain things. They basically edit videos, like write descriptions, write captions, like basically a lot of different things, right? So it's a computer simulation of what a human would actually do, and it just really helps people streamline their process and really kind of multiply their time in a sense, right? So I know a lot of people with this whole AI thing, right, they're thinking that, whoa, when did this come out and all this? Actually, a lot of people have been using AI well before. It's been used a lot of times in, say, the corporate sector. People like, say, Ray Dalio, a lot of hedge funds and all this, right? They use AI to be able to trade 1,000 trades per second, right? I don't really look into stocks just because I've never really seen anybody that looks like me get rich off of stocks. But at the end of the day, if y'all know some stocks, let me know. But for the most part, like whenever you invest in, say, a stock, you're having these computers that these hedge funds are literally using to trade at 1,000 bits per second. So basically that computer is taking all of the, say, model and all the framework that that CEO or that executive has been using to, you know what I mean, make decisions and all that. But at the same time, it just doesn't get tired, right? It's a computer, so it's never going to get tired. But at the same time, like a lot of times people think of this AI revolution and all that, and certain jobs it's gonna be wiped out, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna be super honest, and I most likely feel like, I mean, this is a speculation, but you know what I mean, later on you might want to come back to me. But anyways though, I really feel like nowadays with the AI and all that, they're gonna just go ahead and supply all these AIs to different people like McDonald's, all this, right? And I feel like most likely they're gonna have people quit their jobs and just start giving them government salaries, and just to have them in their homes, and you know what I mean, and kind of like government funding housing and all this. And that's really what I feel like, but I don't want that for you guys, right? I think Andrew Tate said this the best, and I know I keep quoting him, but I mean, hey, you gotta give props when it's due, right? Real recognize real, you know what I mean? Basically what he was saying, right, is that there's no really easy money anymore, right? I mean, with crypto, all this stuff, right, with people being able to be like, you know what I mean, overnight millionaires. But I mean, at the end of the day, you didn't really have people that had a system. You didn't have any kids that really knew what business structure was, what business foundation was. They just had all this money, right? And so they had all this money and it was easy, so they didn't really appreciate the value of money, right? Now with that being said, with the crypto markets and all that, like, I'm not too deep into crypto, so I try not to stray away from things that I don't really know. But at the same time, with the crypto markets right now, I mean, if you guys know, the crypto market is literally the same as the S&P 500, right? Which S&P 500 is just a stock trade for the 500 best performing companies that are currently in the United States, right? And so basically, it's really just a kind of a parallel to the S&P 500. So if the stock goes up, then Bitcoin will go up, right? If the stocks go down, then Bitcoin will go down. Nowadays, like with the recession booming, all this stuff, money's not easily made as it was previously, right? And there's a lot more competition, and even with now, we're gonna be competing with, say, computers, right? So it's gonna be really hard. So it's gonna be really hard when you guys are competing with computers. But I really feel like at the end of the day, even if they have these AIs, these systems, right, it's gonna take a long time to implement those, right? Now, that's why I really feel like with AI, it's more important than ever to learn a high income skill, right? Learn how to be able to be self-sufficient and self-reliant for you and your family, right? You wanna be able to make sure you get your family straight, your whole bloodline straight, you know, and just reach financial freedom, right? You never wanna be able to depend on somebody else, because so if you guys are always dependent on somebody else, you're at their mercy for whatever they want to do, right? If they don't want to give you guys money, if they want to let your family starve, then hey, it's up to them. But at the same time, you guys can blame nobody else but yourself for putting yourself in that position, right? And at the end of the day, like, it's almost like, I hate to bring all these, like, you know, I guess jail examples in a sense, but like, it's just, it boils it down really well. But like, for example, right, so if you have somebody and you have a friend, right, you guys go ahead and do a crime or whatever it may be, right? And so the police like both lock you guys up, right? So if your friend goes ahead and tells or like snitches or whatever they call it, right, on you to get a lower sentence or whatever that may be, I mean, you can't really blame anybody for that, right? You have to blame yourself, because you knew, like, everybody really knows, like, you knew somebody would never take the stand up for you, right? Or you knew somebody would never be solid, or you know somebody's not real. But we don't want to address these issues, right? We want to just kind of be in la la land in fantasy world, right? I honestly don't even want nobody to get that close to me to be able to hurt me like that, because of the fact that I know I work too hard for certain things, and I'm not gonna let somebody just, you know, just tarnish it for me just because of the fact that they want to lose. And a lot of people nowadays, like, they'll have you lose with them. Like, they don't even care. Like, they're crash dummies at this point. Like, and they see somebody that's shining and going hard and all that, and I don't know what it is. Like, dimming nobody's light is never gonna make yours shine brighter. But at the same time, that's just how they think, and this is the crabs in a barrel mentality. So I want you guys to get out of that and really learn high income skills. I mean, learn how to be able to do your own taxes, learn how to be able to fix your own credit. Watch all my videos on credit. I'm giving you guys all the game that I've learned and all the games that I've implemented with my clients and all that. And I don't even care, like, if, you know what I mean, you guys pay me, whatever. I don't need all that. I just need you guys to be self-sufficient, self-reliant. Also, too, learn about the banking system. Learn about how money works. Learn about what is money, right? And how to be able to position yourself to get money, right? Learn about businesses. Learn about strategies. Learn about systems and implementation, right? So you guys can be able to create the business that you guys want. Because a lot of people, you can go ahead and fix your credit, right? And get $100,000, right? $200,000. Heck, I can even get you $1 million, to be honest. But if you don't know what to do with that $1 million, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything with it, right? You're gonna most likely waste it, tarnish it, or just buy materialistic things because you're not knowing where to invest, right? And before we even fix our credit, before we even get the funding, right? Fix your credit for sure, but before you even get the funding, have an idea in play, right? Have a group, have a seminar, have a mentorship where you guys can be able to learn about this stuff, right? I always just boil it down to, if I'm gonna go ahead and learn something, I'd rather learn it from somebody else, right? Because, like, say getting a mentor or getting a mentee, and for those people that are just starting off too, like, you don't have to go ahead and and get a mentor and pay them per se, right? If you guys want to, you guys can go on YouTube, you guys can read books, you guys can do a lot of different things, right? I mean, it might take a little bit longer, but you guys are gonna save time, money, and I mean, at the end of the day, you might not have those resources to invest into a mentor. So a mentor is gonna help you streamline all that, right? But at the end of the day, you can go find all of these courses online on YouTube. You just have to pull apart different courses that work for you and listen to what makes sense to you guys, right? And so it's not really too, you know what I mean, hard as far as what people make it seem like. It's simple, to be honest. But I mean, simple does not mean easy. I hope this video really was informational for you guys. You guys learned a lot of game. And you guys really took the game as well and kind of internalized it. And also, I hope this sparked a little fire in you to be able to get your family straight, to be able, not saying your family's not straight. I don't want to take I don't want no smoke, big dog. But at the same time, I just don't want nobody to play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have money, people are gonna play with you, man. I swear to God, like, you don't have money, right? Then that girl that you love or whatever it may be, right? As soon as she get to her job, right, and she sees some balling, you know what I'm saying, NBA player, whatever it is, bro, she going with them and she sneaking off with them. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you have like, say, a baby mom or whatever, they don't play with you, right? If everything's taken care of, right? Like, if say the house is paid off, the cars is paid off, the schools are paid off, all that is paid off, then they're not playing with you. Like, they just like, oh snap, like, I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants to do because of the fact, because I'm living good and I'm getting well taken care of. But at the same time, if you don't have money, right, people are always gonna play with you. I hope you guys got a lot of game from this video as well. Please make sure you guys subscribe and tap the bell notifications below. We're trying to drop as many videos as possible, and with the YouTube algorithm, make sure to like it and all that. Really helps other people that are like-minded like you guys see the video so we can be able to grow faster, get you guys more content, and go crazy. See you at the top, my boy. Get it.